Okay, so here I have everyday examples of these chemical equations. So we have photosynthesis, table salt substitute, which is potassium chloride, breathing, which produces carbon dioxide, salt, and water. Okay, so let's start with photosynthesis. So first, what we have to do is we have to make sure it's balanced, right? So there's going to be a total of six carbon atoms, and that's equal on both sides. And then you multiply the coefficient by the subscript, so that's 12, and then you add it to, if it appears twice, so you add it to the second, so that's 6 plus 12, right? And then here that's 6 plus 12, right? Because 6 times 2 plus, right? So that's equal to, now we have we have hydrogen. So that's 6 times 2, that's 12, and we have 12 hydrogen. So that's balanced, and the reason why we have H2O is because of the crisscross method, right? Which means that you take the top number, right, in the top right corner of the reference table, and that's for oxygen, that's going to be -2, right? So, and then for hydrogen, it's going to be 1, and you cross it, and those numbers become the subscripts of the new element, right? But for this case, because hydrogen's number is 1, it doesn't appear in the next one. You don't need to write the 1 here, right? It's redundant. So that's why you have H2O. Okay? So that's how we get the chemical formula for photosynthesis. And for the table salt substitute of potassium chloride, right, you have hydrogen and chlorine, right? And if you look on your reference table, let me pull it up. Sorry. Okay, so if you pull it up, chlorine is going to give you, it says that it's, so because hydrogen we know is a charge of 1, right? But chlorine has multiple charges, right? They have multiple numbers that you can choose from. But because there are no numbers on either one, that means that they cancel out. And the only way for that to happen, in this case, because hydrogen is 1, is if chlorine is also a charge of 1. So that's why there's no subscripts here, right? And then potassium, K, it's the same thing, right? It's a charge of it's a charge of 1. Chlorine, we take the charge of 1, so it cancels out, 1, 1. H2O, hydrogen is a charge of 1, oxygen is a charge of -2, right? So they crisscross, that charge of -2 becomes a subscript of hydrogen, and the oxygen takes that invisible 1 subscript of hydrogen, right? So that's how you get that. For this one, let's see if it's balanced, right? We have 1 carbon atom, 2 oxygen atoms on this side, 1 carbon, 2 oxygen. It's balanced, we're good, right? And here, salt, the chemical formula for salt, so that's sodium and that's chloride. And let's see, the charge for sodium would be +1, chlorine's -1, so it's visible charge for both. You don't have to write one. And H2O we've already gone over, right? So that's how you use the crisscross method and balancing chemical equations in relation to commonly found chemical equations and formulas. Thank you.